Hi everybody, it is time to make the balloons. If you haven't seen my little introduction, these balloons I got on Amazon. They are solar powered and I decided to make them prettier. They are not weatherproof, however you can find them that are weatherproof, and if you want to decorate them you can use the same or similar to what I'm going to show you how to do. I'm just covering the top so you can see how it flickers. It is so pretty when it's dark. I will make a short tutorial when I'm done, a short little video of what they actually look like in the dark. And let's see. So the wire that I'm going to use today is 22 gauge. This is my go-to wire. I have made, this one here is made with 24 gauge wire. And I also did one with aluminum, and that worked as well. So you can mess around with whatever wire you have and you'll make something beautiful. And let's see, let's put these away. I'll set up my station and we'll get started. Okay, so we'll be working on this balloon, and this is the first one that I bought, and I dropped it and it broke. So I tried to glue it and I ruined it. And then I dropped it again and I'm missing one of these little hoops that hold the basket. So for what this is worth, I'm going to show you how to make it beautiful because there's nothing else I can do with it. So let's start. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start right up here at the top. I went ahead and I measured 12 inches of this 22 gauge wire, and this is how I did it. We may need to use some tape because when I made it the last few times it was hanging from this lamp that I have. So you just measure it roughly around the circumference of the top of your balloon, and it looks very difficult because it is for me at this angle, but anyway, you get the picture, and then you mark it and then cut it and bead your wire. I've already done that. I'm trying to save time and make this enjoyable for everyone. So let's try to put it together. So it looks like I have like 54 6mm crystals. We're going to lace them around the top, and now that I've adjusted my, I was going to say camera, it is a phone, an old phone. Okay, I did put a little loop on the end so that I wouldn't lose my beads, and I'm hoping that I can just do it really swiftly without any big complications. I'm going to take the end of the wire and I'm going to backtrack. See where this little loop is that I put to keep them on. Oops. I'm going to go through these beads after I put it. Oh, it is in the rubber thing. Oh my. Okay. So we're going to have a little bit of fun trying to do this, but we can do it. As you can see, I'm broken and frozen. No heat, frozen pipes. Okay, so if you use 24 gauge wire, it is very easy to go through your beads. If you use 22 gauge wire, as I'm doing right now, it does go through, but it can be a little tricky. So you just have to deal with it. I'm only going to go through, I think, 2 or 3. Let's see. It's not going to come undone. I think that we'll stop at 2. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I've been among the missing for well over a month now. I did have a terrible fall, and I broke bones in my hand, fractures fractured my hands. I busted up my face. I still have a swollen cheek and somewhat of a black eye. I did sustain a concussion, which has left me with headaches, nosebleeds, and I find myself not finding my words as easily as I should. Which, that's not all new. I mean, I'm old. But I am definitely not doing the quality of work that I would like you to see me do. But for this project, I'm going to try my hardest, because if I can do it sitting down or having it hang, I can teach you to do it too with me. So I'm just going to tighten it. I can see there's still a little space right here. Pull it a little bit more. That's good. So now that it is a completely tight circle, what I'm going to do, just to secure it, I'm going to take this wire, I'm going to go around once and twice, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do the same thing for this end. I'm going to go around once and twice, and I'm going to clip those, and then we're going to move on. The next part is a little bit tricky, but we can do it. We'll make it easy. I've tried several ways to see if I could avoid going down each one of these lines. There are 8. I was thinking I could do double, go down, go across, come up, and then it left that open. I said, you know what? I'm going to do it my way. And if you can modify it or simplify it for yourself, that'd be great. Oh, look, I did such a good job. I can't find the ends. Well, it's not going to break. I would like to find them. I think one of them, no. Alrighty then. I did such a good job, I can't find the end. So now I'm going to put that on the top like that. The good news is it's not going to come undone. And I do have tape, which I'm actually going to put on it, only because it's laying down. If you decide to do this, you can sit it on your lap, or I hung it in 2 different ways. I hung it from this gooseneck light, and then I also did it at this workstation. I hung it on the edge of my tray, which was kind of level to my knees, and it worked out really well for me. I just don't want this to go making more noise and making more aggravation and commotion than I have to. Try and keep it really easy for you and for me. This is a really generic tape. I got it at CVS. See, it's not going to ruin anything. It barely sticks. It's for sensitive skin, like mine. And I have to move it a little bit right here. Okay, now I'm going to tell you a little bit about these lines. There is a bevel here, and there is a space, and your wire can go through that space. Don't worry about it, it's not going to break. Mine broke simply because I dropped it twice. Okay, so to start off, I decided to go with 4mm clear bicones. These are my go-to bead. I was going to change it up. I've changed it up in my mind a few times, but I decided to come back to this. I'm sorry for that noise. I do it all the time, and I don't mean to. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to take one of these wires, and we're going to do every single one of these lines here. And I found the best way for me to do this is to go up underneath that top rim, like that. And it's going to either be to the left or to the right. If for some reason you come along and it's like that much off, don't worry about it, don't take it off, wrap it around the bead, and then the next bead, and it'll bring you right back to there. And it's long enough that you should not have a problem. And these wires are 10 inches. I don't know if I've said that already. So what I'm going to do, just going to wrap, I think I found one of those wires. It's fine. I'm going to grab these. My hands are so cold. Alright, I'm just going to bring it down. And then bring it back up. You can see that. Just going to pass it over twice. I'm not going to get all fancy with it because, oops, you don't need to. Just like that, and that's not going anywhere. What I find difficult, I tried doing it just by holding this down and going top to bottom, side to side, kind of like cutting a pizza, and I couldn't do it. I am not great at doing stuff like that. I know there must be an easier way to do it. I did find an easier way to put the valances or scallops, however you want to call it. And we'll get to that after we finish these 8. So, oopsie, come on back over here. There we go. I'm going to bead this up, and then I'll be back and we'll do another one. Okay, I'm all beaded up. This took 42 beads. And then I had a little brainstorm. Maybe something you can think about if you decide to do it. What I was thinking is maybe bead that and then come up again. So that would change the length of my wire, and then just reconnect it. And then do the same thing, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to risk having to make it over again. I've made this too many times. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a little curl at the bottom so that if for any reason, I don't want them to come undone. I could just keep going, actually. I'm going to leave that there too, but I'm going to come right up, put it right up to the bead. This is my round nose plier. You can see that. And then I'm going to wrap it, open it up, oops, make some, ouch, pinch myself, wrap it around once, now you have 2 wires. I'm going to wrap it around again, now you have 3. You can close it, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that wire and I'm going to wrap it beneath that last bead. Let me show you. So you'll have 3 wires. If I can focus that for you. You have 3 wires on your needle nose plier. And then we're just going to wrap it, go across beneath that bead once. And then we're going to do it again. Now we can slip that out. Oops, that's not quite, I didn't pull it tight enough. That's all right, let's do it again. All right, I'm sorry, that didn't work out the first time. Doesn't work out the second time, third time's a charm. All right, let's do this again. Go a little higher up. Wrap it around once, go through twice, and 3. And now we're going to just bring it across underneath. So it'll be right above the needle nose plier, but beneath the bead. And I'm going to do it again. I'm not going to let it go this time. I'm just going to move it up a little bit. And, ooh, I'm flying. Clip it, and now I'm just going to bend that down. This way here, I know that it's going to look the way I want it to look. And then I'm going to come in with my pliers and just straighten them out. This doesn't have to be beautiful. We're just going to use this to run the wire through to attach all of them at the end. So just as long as it's flat and that little tail isn't going to catch you, you're good. This part here is not important. So now, what I mean is we're going to just put a wire through there, put some beads, and then bring them all together. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this process again. I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to go underneath a little bit, bring it over. I'm going to pass it back under. I'm going to get a little bit of help from my tweezers. And if you can find an easier way, like I said, you can make your wire longer and go around it. We're going to do that when we get to the next part to make the scallops. Which reminds me, guys, I don't know, for anyone that's new here, oh my gosh, I just reached 5,000 subscribers, and now I'm up to 5,300 and something. And I'm amazed and blessed beyond, you have no idea, especially right now, what that means to me. It means the world to me. I was fortunate enough. I don't know how to use a computer. I really don't. I am computer illiterate in every sense. I have a new phone. It's not even set up properly yet. But what I'd like you to do, I have a subscriber that is no longer just a subscriber. She's a very dear friend, and I also made her manager of my channel, and she has done some beautiful work with my logo and adding things that I don't know how to do, and her name is Donna. She has worked on this channel. She's made a beautiful tree, and with a lot of prayers I convinced her to start her own channel, and we'll work on it and grow it together. And you will find her at Faithful Bead Artistry, and her title is exactly the way she is, the sweetest, most faithful person I've ever known in my life. So if you look in the description box where the word more is, when I finish this, I'm going to send it to her, and then she runs it through and puts my logo, you know, some pretty little things. But you'll also see her channel, Faithful Bead Artistry. Please, can you just click on that? And the first thing I would like for you to do is go to her shorts. She has made the most beautiful balloons, and it looks like they're crocheted. And she did a 2-hour tutorial, and she's just the sweetest, most easiest person to follow in her craft. Not like me, I'm all over the place. But her balloons, they are mixed between looking like something crocheted, macrame. It's absolutely stunning, stunning. So if you could do that for me, go check her channel out. You can even let her know I sent you. Go to her shorts first. She does the tree of life, but she does more. She does everything. I just found those wires. She is, the sky's the limit, honestly. I'm not trying to just like toot my own horn here, but I think I make a beautiful tree. She makes beautiful everything, guys. So you got to check her out. I want that channel to grow. Well, it's taken me a few years and well over 1,000 videos. And I think that she can do much more than me with the help of you. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause you. I'm going to put on 42 beads, and then I'll be back. Okay, I am back now with 42 bicones on my wire, and once again I found one that was connected. It's the first time it's happened with those. Okay, I'm gonna put my needle nose pliers right beneath that bead. Just give it a little push up because I don't want it to have any spaces right there. Like I said, this doesn't have to be perfect because you're not even going to see it when it's done. So just wrap it around, open your needle nose pliers just a little bit, and then close it. You've got two, wrap it again, open it up. You've got three, close it up. You can slide them down a little bit. You can do it now or later, it doesn't matter. Now what I'm going to do is take that wire right here, I'm going to bring it up and go right beneath that last bicone, go around, and do it one more time, just like that. This is just to secure it. I'm not going to open it yet, I'm just going to clip, oops, we're going to open it right now. And we're going to clip that off. My goodness. I'm trying to be like, just, it's been so long since I've actually talked and done a tutorial that I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. And this is easier when sitting and not being cold. We have no heat. We have frozen pipes. I have cracked hands. But we're going to make this so that it works. And see, it's not perfect, but it's perfect for me. Just what we'll do, like I said, we're going to just keep them all down to 42 beads, run a wire through, add some more, and that's when we're going to pull it all together. So now we're going to go to the next one. That's funny. Okay, I'm going to take my wire, just pass it up a little bit, not too much. As you see, we have enough that we can afford to leave it a little bit longer. Just whatever makes you comfortable. It's a little tricky, but it's not impossible. Could do is wrap the long one. That would seem like it would make more sense. Let's try that one. We'll try it. Why not, right? Okay. All that did was secure it a little bit more. Now I'm going to get in there, I'm going to push that wire. I still see it, I don't know if you can see it, but because I wrapped it with the long wire again, I'm going to change in plans. I'm still going to bend this one down, get it in between the beads, best I can. That's enough for me. Now we're going to move on. What I was telling you before, the wire, if it does this and it disappears inside of there, don't worry about it. It's not going to bother anything. So what I'll do 42 and I'll be back to see you. Okay, this is the third one of 8. I put a little loop at the bottom. Now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to put our needle nose pliers or whatever tool you use, tweezers, slide them up nice and tight. I want it a little bit more like that. Wrap it around. Lift it a little bit. We're not going off because I'm not going to let you. I'm going to keep my finger there this time. There's 2 on your, oops. There's 2. Bring it up again. Slide it through. Now you have 3. Take your wire, bring it up, pass it beneath your hoop, above the 3 little wires that are right there. I'm going to do it again. Now I'm going to slip this out and just pinch that right there. And I'm going to clip it. And some of them are a little longer because I went up a little bit on the needle nose part. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. It'll be okay. And if you can make it perfect, you do it. It's always good to be able to do something perfect. Oops, I hear my husband yelling at the cat who keeps jumping up on the table. My goodness, he's naughty today. Okay. No. Just get that white out a little bit. Don't matter too much. I just don't want to break it at the base. So now we're going to roll it a little bit. What do we have here? We've got 3 done. So let's do another. And then I think I'll come back and have them all done as a surprise. I'm going to bring that up right here. Go underneath the top. I'm going to bring it over. There's already wire right there, but that's okay. I'm going to lift it up a little bit, make it easier. And wrap it over again. And now I'm going to use my tweezers because I see it right there. I should have been doing that right away. Well, I was near the tape too, so you can just lift it up a little bit and get in there with your tool of choice. And I'm going to get back in there with these ones and just give it a little pinch. I'm going to go ahead and add 42. Oops, see, it's not completely right there. Once I start with the beads, it will look fine. I'm going to put 42, and when I come back, I will have finished all 8 because we're going to get this done. Okay, I'm back, and we're going to do the last one together. We should turn this heater down. Oh, I don't like it. It's cold. Okay. But after this comes the really fun part. So what I'm going to do, like I've done on all of them, this is where I broke it. I just slide my wire up under. I can lift it. I just want to get it where I want it first. Okay. So now that's where I want it. Just going to take the long one and wrap it around and pull it down. I started doing that on all of them, and give it a good little tug and take this little one here and then wrap that one down, bring it up and grab my tweezers and just poke that wire down. Look at that. How easy is that? Hopefully you can see me a little bit more than usual because I did adjust my camera phone, old phone. Oh, and this is there for a reason, guys. See that right there? It's a reflection. I'll get rid of it. But anyway, hopefully you can see better. And I did put on this little light that I had off. Okay, we're going to do 42. Okay, I'm going to do 42. Okay, we're on the last one, 42, and it comes right where I want it to go. So what we're going to do, once again, hope you can see, insert your needle nose pliers down so it's nice and tight. I'm going to wrap it around, lift it a little bit once. Oops. And again, like that. Now you have 3 wires. Can you see? Right there. And now you're going to take this long wire and you're going to wrap it right above your last bicone, beneath that bicone, right above your needle nose pliers and beneath that bicone. And it's not all going to be the same because this graduates in size. Unless you have like a chopstick or something else to make it perfect, you can do that. But this is perfect enough for me. And I'm just going to give it a little squeeze. Oops, I'm going to break my balloon. Sorry about that. And if I'm being honest, the reason why I'm missing that third little hoop. That didn't happen when I dropped it. After I dropped it and picked it up, I threw it. Not hard, but hard enough to break it. Girl has a temper when provoked, and that did it. Okay, here we go. We got a big smashed hoop, and that works perfect for me. Now we're going to have some fun. Let's get rid of all of this best I can. I'm not used to you being able to see all this. So I have a piece of wire. This is scrap wire. It'll go around. That's all I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here. We'll start anywhere. I'm going to add 2 6mm crystals. Like that. And now I'm going to add this right through the center of that swirly mess of wire. And see, when you bring it down, it fits just perfect. And we're going to add 2 more. I hope my hands are in the middle. All you see is hand splints, dry skin, and more of my workspace than usual, and that works for me. Okay, let's go through the back because that's the smallest. You know that's not going to come undone, right? And now we're going to do 2 more, and then the best is yet to come. Putting on the last, we have 4 wires left to complete our balloon, and you're going to just think, how easy is that? This wasn't hard. It is time consuming for the way I'm doing it, standing up, and it was very relaxing while I was making it, but standing up doing it, not so much. But I'll do it. I'm beading with my right hand. I should be holding the wire right with this hand. I am done. So let's see. I am strictly right-handed, guys. I'm just making a big ruckus of noise now. It didn't work. Okay, I'm just going to fold that so I don't lose my beads. There we go. Now we'll do 2 more. I keep leaning over and I'm wearing a sweatshirt over 2 shirts, and underneath I still have pajamas on. I'm cold. My hands are frozen. Oops. But I'm still here, and we're going to get this done, hopefully today. There you go. I could have made those bottom loops a little bit neater. I didn't find the need to do that. Besides, I'm making this for you. This balloon. The only thing it's good for now is to teach. Or I could use it like I had said, Donna made the most beautiful balloons. My goodness. I could use this and make it like a veil, like what I just did, and just not close the bottom and find something else for it. Now there's an idea. What can we do with that? I'll think of something. Or maybe you can think of something. Can't use the balloon, but we can work on it and then remove the balloon and do something else with it. Dawn is like amazing. You have to go check her out, guys, if you haven't already. I think a lot of my regular people that have been here since I first learned how to kind of use the YouTube, But, yeah, she's quite amazing. You need to check it out. I have paused 3 times. I'm waiting for a package, a pharmacy package. I have paused 3 times for 3 separate packages that were delivered that aren't mine. That are for my, one's for my son, one's for my neighbor, one was for my daughter-in-law. Okay, let's see where the troublemaker is. Some of them look like they need 3 instead of 2. I thought I had that down. I guess not. I might have to take that off and add 3. Oops, 1 came off anyway. Alright, we're going to start over again. Okay guys, point of interest. I don't know if any of you have experienced it. I know Donna has, and she's way out in Mississippi. But there is a shortage of the beads that we usually use. And it's not a joke. I haven't ordered anything new in some time now. I last shared with you when I ordered something. Oh, I gotta go. It's a pharmacy. I am so sorry. That one was for me. That was my pharmacy. And I have to put the heat on because I'm cold. Okay. So as I was saying, the beads that I've been getting are all, well, a lot of them you can't even get anymore. Oh, look, little dangly things in my beads. You'll find fishing line. I love them. They're beautiful. And what I've done is gotten like 3 or 4 and just put them all, separated all the colors. And that's me having to confirm that I got my package. But anyway, that's how I've been doing it. So let me confirm. Okay, let's try this again. So I will put the beads, the ones that I separate, I will put that in the list because I know they still have them. We've been having a problem with purple. Yeah, they just don't have our stuff anymore. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Hope I have enough out. I picked the ones that were in there. If not, I have another container. Hopefully I don't need them. I'm gonna use 2. I don't know if you can hear that heater, but I am ice cold. And then we're going to slip on our wire. No, we're not going to use 2. We used 2 and it wasn't enough. We're going to go for 3. There. I get it right through that middle one. That's the smallest. This poor balloon has had it, but it served me well. And I hope that this tutorial is done enough that you can see what I'm doing. Seeing as I have tried, and I did not know how to expand the space that I record in. They were a little too close to my hands and I couldn't even show you what I was doing. Now you can pretty much see my hands, I hope. Oh, I'm hanging on to that. Let's just look at how bad my hands are. Oh my gosh. I put more lotion and oils and hot wax spa treatments, and you wouldn't believe it, the condition of my hands compared to the products that I use, and a lot of them are from my dermatologist, but it's a thing. Ooh, look what I found. Doesn't take much to confuse me. Here we go. Alright. Now, a little funny story, guys. I do watch YouTube a lot. I like to watch homesteads. I love it. And, of course, craft channels. And then I came across this one guy, I'm not going to call him out, who I absolutely love watching his podcast. And he's all about exposing kids, to make money on YouTube. Simple as that. And I don't know. I totally agree with him because it's out there. You're taking your kid to school, you're sharing your child's information, take it from one who has had her identity taken. Therefore, my lack of trust is huge. But anyway, it's just every accomplishment, achievement, every mishap, you record it and you make money on it. And I agree. I don't like it. I would not do that. Social media is a lot. It's a big thing, and just even me, I've been told I overshare. But anyway, so I do. I watch his podcast constantly, and he's funny. He's about as old as my oldest son, and he cracks me up because he doesn't like dry hands. He always put on a lotion, and it just amazes me because my hands are a mess, so now I'm more aware of it. Well, I've always been aware because I have a skin condition, but anyway, and then this noise. He doesn't like noise. Stop tapping. So I realized, it can be a trigger for some people. I don't know. That just came into my mind because my hands are so dry, they actually hurt. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? You go there. You go there. Let's play nice. Okay, we need 3. And we're going to put it on this. Oops. Don't go. Just stay here. I'm going to put them on this one. So anyway, about my channel that I watch, I left him on Instagram a private little, a little message, because I really like him, and I just wanted to reach out to him because that's just the kind of person I am. And then I said, I don't know if you ever looked at my channel. That's not why I reached out to him. I reached out to him for a different reason. But anyway, oh, look how pretty. And I asked him, please, don't pick on me. I don't know if he saw it, but if he did, I hope he doesn't pick on me on his channel. Okay, so how are we going to end this, you say? I don't know. Okay, we're going to have to put another one on this one. Oh my goodness. We've got a jumper. And his friend. Let's try it again. Doesn't help, my hands are frozen and I do have the heater on. I'm sorry, but I had to turn it on. It's too cold. Alright, so what I normally would do, I think I will. I'll try. I'm going to put a twist in first because I don't want my beads going flying. Here we go. Just one. Yeah, we'll do one more. Okay, now what I'd like to do, I don't know if it's going to work, I'd like to feed through a few of these beads. You know what, I don't think I can. My hands are cold. Alright, I'm not going to even try, guys. My hands are like ice. I'm just going to twist this for now. We can get back to it later. Because I still might add, I don't know yet, this. These are the octagons, and when you add them, they go up and down like that, and it creates this little loop where you can hang dangles. I don't know if I have it in me. But for now, let's just get rid of this, because this will make me bleed. And I already did today. I stuck a wire in my thumb. Alright, let's see. Sorry about that. I might not add that piece on. I think it actually, oops. I think it looks pretty good like that. What do you think? We're not done yet. The next part is going to be the best. Do you need to talk to me?
No, I was just wondering about the hot dogs.
Okay.
Maybe you're ready.
Okay, it's been a minute. I've cooked, I've cleaned, I've got the rest of my laundry, and now it's time to finish up. We have got 4 wires left, and I want to do it in record time. So, what I'm going to do, I will be using, let's see, for the first row, I have 2 wires, and they are 30 inches long, and we're going to be working with red. We're going to go red, and then the mystery color there. Can you see it? You cannot. Okay. And then red. I played around with the different colors, and I just couldn't come up with one. So, besides, I'm going to take it apart. It's a broken balloon. Alright, so we have the 30, and then our next row of valance, those wires are 34. So what we're going to do is take this 30-inch wire, and I folded it in half, and I'm going to slide it right beneath the rim. I took off all that tape, and let me see if you can see that. It's right under this row above the top bead, and I have it in half, and now all I'm going to do is crisscross one time and give it a tug, and that's it. No fancy stuff, no tough stuff. So let's go. Let's bead this up. I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe 20 on each side. We're going to go from here, skip one, and then we're going to go to there. And this one here, we'll do the same. We'll bead, skip, and bead. Let's see how this turns out. I'm going to bead up all these red 4mm bicones. 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. I can't talk and count, guys. Sorry, you have had to listen to so many deliveries and ringtones and whatnot. It's been a crazy day. Now I lost my track. I think I have 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to finish, and then I will be back after beading. Okay, I am happy with 26 4mm bicones, and what I'm going to do next, I'm just going to slide my wire under the row of clear, and hopefully, I was going to use 6mm, but I decided I didn't want that extra bulk, that lift of the scallop or valance, whatever you want to call it. So I have, well, let's see, that's why I wanted to bend it, so I have the same on each side. That looks good to me. Now what I'm going to do is take this wire, I'm going to go underneath the next row of clear like that. And give it a little tug, bring it all the way up to the top. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go beneath the rim and above that last bicone, if I can get it there. And if not, I'm still going to make it work. Okay, so this is where it gets tricky. Oh my goodness. You'd think I was famous. All these notifications. I am not opening doors. No, no, no. I'm all set. So this is underneath this. Now I just want to bring it. That'll work. So let's just bring this. I'm going to go underneath that with the wire. And I'm going to just hold it with my thumb and pass this underneath, not into the balloon, just underneath this row of clear, like that. There we go. I'm going to bring it up. I don't want the red to cross over, but I do want this wire to be above the last, oh my goodness. I can't deal with it anymore today. It's too much. My phone is blowing up and my alarm system is going off. Okay, now we're ready. I'm done complaining. Now we're going to add 20 more and then I'll be back. I've added 20 more beads and now I went under this row of clear. Go back over there. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to add 20 more and bring it right back up to the top. I so lost my count, but this is what I have. And I did bring them to a point. Let's see if I can keep in focus for you. And just by eyeballing it, did it on this side, bring them to a point, because the next row is going to start here. That'll be the shape of the ruffle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one of these off. That door's not shut. And I'm going to cross it right over this row above the last bead, the bicone, beneath the round ones. Let's see if we can get that up there. I don't want to cut this just yet, in case I want to make an adjustment to it. Let's see if I can slide that up one more bead. And then try and tighten it without causing too much trouble here. Okay, let's do it a little bit lower, and then as I get them better in control, then I'll bring it up. It is tricky, guys, doing it like this. If it were hanging the way I've been doing them, it really, really goes by fast. Today has been a long day with this project. Okay, let's undo that because it's just not working the way I want it to. Let's try again. And bring it to a point and compare it to the other side. I won't be able to tell until I can close this little spot up. Actually, I could go one more time. The reason why I folded it in half is because we have two sections on the front and two in the back. Let's see. I could make them longer. I really don't want to. I did overcut the wire, I think. But I want the second row to be the big row. Who knows? Maybe we'll add a third row. I just need this to point more gracefully. Okay. I think I'll add another bead or two. Oops. Hope you can still see what I'm trying to do. I'm just going to go across and bring this out. Just to anchor it for now, because I don't know if I'm going to go again with this wire, or if I'll use it to add more or be the connector. I see a little wire there. I don't know what that's from. So I'm just going to go right over it and bring this back out. That could have been where I brought them together. Remember, I couldn't find that little wire? That may have been it. So we're just going to cover it over. Can you see it right here? It's wrapped around a few times, but I think I'll actually bend that wire. Maybe not. But right now, I'm pleased with what that looks like. Let me just take a look and then I'll show you so you can take a look. That's what that looks like. Pretty good. For the position I'm working in, I'll take it. Okay, so now this is the second wire. We're going to bead it up. I'm going to go from this point, I'm going to go over that, and I'm going to connect right here. And then we still have this section here. So we'll probably do it all with this wire here. So I'm going to bead it up, and then I'll be back. At this point, I have totally stopped adding. I had put 20 red 4mm bicones, and I did remove some. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it at this moment, and I did go over and under this row. And let's see how that anchors. I don't have it in my little dish, but it doesn't have to be perfect. But I would like it to look like it matches somewhat. So that's what we're looking at right now. There's 3. And now we have one more section here, and clearly I cut way too much wire, and that's okay. I'd rather have too much than not enough. So what I'll do is beat it up, and then I'll come back again, and that will end the top row with extra. Then we'll do the second row, and we might have enough and even do a little something special at the bottom. Let's see what happens. Okay, at this point I have completed this first row of red, and the way I'm just checking it now, because there are 4 sections with 2 wires, I'm just bringing my fingers down to the point on all 4 sides, and I have not counted. I just want it to look symmetrical without all the aggravation, honestly. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to bring these 2 together, and I'm going to end this row by just wrapping it over twice. I will pass one under the clear row, just for the sake of having it not come undone maybe. My hands are frozen, but I think this will work just fine. And I will cut it and twist it and maybe tuck it under a little bit. That won't come undone, I promise. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. We did have extra wire, but that's fine. I'd rather have more than not enough. So we'll do it like that. I'm not even going to try to untangle that because I'm not able right now. But I do see a wire right here that has to be poked down. Let's cut these 2 off. This little wire, I'm just going to push it down. That one there was the second one from when I attached this first row and I couldn't find them. I did a good job hiding them, but I found it. There we go. Goodbye. So now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump back with my needle nose pliers, and I'll take that little mess that I made, and I'm going to just close it up and twist it and tuck it under, just like that. There we go. So let's take a look from above. We have the point at the line of the middle row. Then we have it again here, the point at the line of the middle row. And we have it again on the other the other two sides. So we have 4 in total. So now we have to clean up this mess and get on to the middle section, and I am at a loss for a color at the moment, but I'll figure it out. I'll be back. Okay, I wasn't sure for the middle color. We do have a golden color, and then the pinkish color, and then the blue. We have clear, red, and we have red on the bottom. For the middle section, I could use this really beautiful honey color that would pull that out, or I could use some blue, which would pull this out. And I'm kind of thinking the blue. Even though I love this, I think the blue will work. So let's get rid of this one and get rid of this glare. Oops, can't get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to attach the last wire, which is this one, the same way I did the other. I'm going to go down to where I want to attach it up here. So I will take my wire, I folded it in half. This one here is 34 inches. This one here was 30, and I did end up with a little extra, well, a lot extra, which is fine. I'd rather have extra than not enough. And I think what we'll do is we will pass half of it through like this. I don't even know how I want to attach it to that. I think I will. So let's make sure that we have a halfway point. There we go. Now, I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to take this wire and bring it up and behind this clear row and the red row, just to make kind of like an X. So I can use half for one section and half for the other. I keep my fingers crossed that it works. And it looks good to me. So now we're going to bead up with the blue. Just make sure I get it where I want it. Oh, I don't like that. I think I'm going to try that again. One more time. I think I was trying too hard. Fold it in half. And yeah, I was trying way too hard. Take half. I'm going to go right down in between the row of clear and then the row of red. And then just bring it down to where the bend is. And there we have the bend right here. I'm going to leave it right there. And now I'm going to crisscross so I don't get them mixed up. And now we're ready to bead. You see what I did? I crisscrossed right underneath the point of the red and across the silver. So let's bead up the wire, and it's going to look like this. And the color we're using is blue. Let me get my beads on my wire, and then I will be back. Okay, so what I've done now is I've eyeballed it. I have not counted, but I've used alternating 4mm bicones with a 6mm rondelle. And I went underneath this row here, and now I'm just going to bring it up to this point. And what I'll do, I'm going to bring it to this row. I'm going to pass it under, if I can. Let's see. Bring it up. To secure it, I'm just going to go right across the bead in the middle, and then it will look like that. You can customize the shape and the length that you want your ruffle or your veil or lace to be. I kind of like it like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue on. I'm going to make one more here. I'm going to put all my beads on, and I'll bring it back, and then I'll come back. Okay, I've gone ahead and I have beaded the next scallop, and looking back, I have 2 clear beads that separate this row from this row. So I'm going to do it the same over here. I think this kind of, it matches. It matches enough for my eye. So what I'll do is I will take my wire, cross it over the second bead from the joining space, and then I'll pass it underneath, if I can here, this row. It's a little tricky. Alright, let's try it this way. Pass it under and bring it up. So now I have 2, if you can see that, let me just show you up close. I have 2 clear bicones there, and I also have 2 here. The important thing for me right now is to try and get them to be about the same, and they do look about the same. However, I do not have enough wire over here to continue, but I do have the other half over there. So what I'll do right now is just take this wire, wrap it around the bicone row, try and bring it through, and bring it right back up there. I still want those 2 little bicones, and I'm going to clip it right here and then just push it under, and that will work for me. Just going to take that little wire right there and bring it over. Again, this is like a guide. You can use your imagination, tweak it, and make it your own, but this is what I have for you so far. And I like it. I like it a lot. It's kind of cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this over, and we're going to use this long wire, which was exactly half of what we used for those 2 scallops. So I'm going to start, because I ended here with the light blue, I'm going to start beading my wire with the dark blue, and I will alternate between the 2 blue until I get one full row like that from this point under this point, and we'll bring it back up under 2 on that side, and then I'll be back. Okay, this is where I'm at now. I have continued the pattern of dark and light and gone under the row of clear bicones, and then repeated it, and then now this is where I am, and it looks about right to me. I've gone under this, and now I'm going to go under 2 clear bicones. I'll show you. Let me just pass my wire under, because then we have one more row left, and I might put another, I don't know yet. So let's see what this looks like. I want to keep all my beads together. And we ended with a light, which is perfect. Now let's remember that we had 2 beads, 2 bicones beneath the red. So we'll go under 2. Like that. And if you look, it still looks like I'm following the same pattern. And then we have one more row left. So let's just pull that down and then gently make that row match up to that row. We have 2 bicones, 1, 2 beneath the red. So what I'll do is I will just simply put my wire right there. I'm going to go over it like that. Oops, there we go. And then I'm going to pass it back through like this. And then I'll do my last row of a ruffle. I have to get this part right first. And let's take a look. Right there looks good. They're about the same, as you can see right here and here. So now what I'm working on, I have to bring this up and bring my beads over, tighten it up. I think I'm going to just undo that. It's not close enough for me, but these 2 are definitely in line. So I'm going to just slide them down, bring this under the 2 beneath the red, cross it over, and I'm going to pass it back. So I have to go under this row of blue, and then under the row right here of clear. If that makes sense. And now I have to tighten it all up so we can do the last row of blue, the last ruffle. So let's just pull these together. Oops, no, not you, honey. You don't belong there. There we go. That's better. And now it looks like that. They look about even to me. And now this last ruffle will end up here of blue. So I'm going to bead it up and I'll be back. Okay, I have beaded the last wire with the blue loop series here, my scallops, and I'm quite comfortable with the way they look. What I'm going to do now is attach this wire by going underneath this clear row right here. Just slide it under, bring it up, make a few adjustments, get these clear ones back in their row, and just double check. And I like the way it looks. Honestly, I think it came out really good considering all that could have gone wrong, that did go wrong in the first 5 attempts. So what I'm going to do now, I do have a clear like bluish one there, and I would also like it to be the same on the opposite side if I can get that to go under there for me. And line it up under 2 rows of clear beads from the red, And what I'll do now is just wrap it over, bring it under. I could put in like another row of red. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think basically what I wanted to accomplish, I have. And I think from here on in, you should be able to put your own swing on my work and make it your own. So with that, I will leave you with this. I am quite comfortable with the way that looks, and I will see you next time for something new. Hopefully a tree and a hoop. My friends, I hope you enjoyed that project. That was very difficult, to say the least. I've made too many of these, but this is what I have for you. I offer it to you from my heart, the best that I'm available to do right now on this particular project. And I know you can probably do 100 times better, but that's what I have for you. And I'm quite proud of my work, and I will see you next time, hopefully with a tree. God bless.